This is a quick guide to distorting text in Inkscape. Not just bending it to make it follow a curve, but so that the top is curved but the bottom is straight. It was a request that was in the newbies group. So I start off, we've got to type our words. The ones we needed, this one, whatever, and we need a separate one. Last one. Now they're a bit small for now. That's okay. So we can, to make them bigger together, if we resize like this, it all just stretches. But if you hold the control key, then you can make them big together. Now the font that was requested was Bookman Old Style. So text and font. Should be over here. Let's have a quick scroll through to find it. You can actually search in this box, but if you don't have too many fonts, it's easy enough just to scroll. And then apply. And we don't need that anymore. Not that really. Right, now the requested dimensions are 10 inches wide and about 2 inches tall. Now you can go by this, but since we're going to deform, it's a bit hard. So I find it easier to resize this canvas when I'm working with designs to make sure I make them the size I want them to be. Go to document properties. You can change your units here. Type in 10 and 2. Oh, make sure you've got it selected first. 2. You can see it changed down here. You don't need that window. So I'm going to select these together because I want them to stay in proportion. So that's a little bit too wide at the moment. So grabbing the corner, holding control, and make it so it just fits inside there. Now we can line them up together if we need to, but they are going to be separate. So we'll work with this out of the way, and we'll just work with this one first. Now to deform the shape, it needs to be a path. Path, object to path. This will change any text object into outlines. So now with the node tool, you can see that they're just the outlines of the letters. It's not a font anymore. With it selected, path effects. This little box jumps up. We're going to add one. The one we're going to add is this one, envelope deformation. We want to bend the top path, so click on this. Let's say edit right live. Make sure you grab somewhere in the middle so it's nice and even. Just drag it up to that box, which is the height that we want to go to. Now you get a choice here. If you just drag it straight up, it makes some of these lines thicker and it looks a bit funny. If you turn off enable left and right paths, that goes away, but it sort of swoops it in here. So it depends on what you like the look of. I think it looks better with even lines. So we shift that one out of the way, grab our other one, and this one we're going to bend downwards. Try and make it in the middle so it's even. Path, object to path, path effects, envelope deformation, and this time we'll turn off the left to right and we'll bend the bottom path. So grab in the middle and drag straight down. You can drag to left and right and you can make it do all sorts of crazy things. We're going to try and make it pretty even. And that looks fine. Select them both. Path, object to path, to make sure that they're all outlined so CrewCut doesn't get confused. Now, we're going to make this box fit around them. Resize to page selection. And that way, if you have an SVG viewer, that's actually what you'll actually see in your window. File, save as, and we want to use a plain SVG. It's a simpler file, so it's easier for Design Space to handle. And save it wherever you like. Right. So then what we want to do is to go to design space, click upload, upload image, and I'm just going to drag it in. Have a little wait. Yep, looks fine. Save. Select it, insert the image. The problem Inkscape has sometimes is that when it outputs, when it comes to design space might not be happy with the units. And it can appear too big, too small, too not somewhere on your canvas. In this case, if I select the group, once it finishes loading, of course, well, we can't really see it. It's in right out. So where is it? Position's not too bad, but this size, instead of being in inches, it's actually brought it in millimeters. But design space is treating it as inches, so it's 254 inches wide, which, not that I use inches, is quite large. So I think we'll just change that down to 10. This lock means it'll change them in proportion, so it won't make them a funny shape. Hit enter. This is where it's positioned, so it's quite out of the way. So we can change these as well. We change them to 0. It should come back to where we want it to be. And there it is. Now it's about 10 inches. This is grouped. So you can ungroup it so you can move them separately. So the ungroup. Forgot where ungroup has gone in here. Oh, there's ungroup. Bit blind today. There, now they're separate. So you can insert whatever other text you like and be ready to cut. Now because these are only ungrouped, if you go to make it, it's probably going to do a big jumble. Doesn't matter. So you'll need to attach them when you have all your text. If you weld them, that should keep it together. Let's have a look. It's kept them together, but they're still bunched up, so you can attach all your separate groups, but it'll stop your words moving around.